I am the real Republican, fighting for right of taxpayers' money. I am the real Republican, Wyman from the Confederate States. I am the incredible Wyman, the deep soul superhero, only and original. I want to today talk about Barack Obama's climate change. And first we will salute the flag. Anyways, the climate change. Barack Obama plans to shut down the coal plants and so on, and other fossil fuel users, and that to use renewable energy sources like wind and solar power, and to for exchange of stopping coal power. Well, there's a few problems and good side effects of that. Well, at firstly, if you will stop the coal production, what happens? People will lose their jobs, so that will increase unemployment. It will cause electricity prices go higher, the industry will suffer, and such things like that. And I want to ask you guys, what you think, can the American government and American people survive that incredible expense that is coming from shutting down the coal plants and going to the renewable source of energy like wind and solar power? Can the industry survive without cheap electricity? I mean, it was a regression. Think about that. On the positive side, I'm thinking about if you are using solar and wind power and things like that, renewable energy sources in the fossil fuels, there is a good part about that, because the pollution from coal and such can cause asthma and various other health problems by the small particles that they cause. Like in China. In China there are much health problems because the fog and such, even toxic fogs and such. So in America the situation is lesser, but there can still be much toxic smoke. So that is for people with asthma, for example, because toxic smoke can cause asthma and also cause it worse and asthma attacks and so on, heart and lung diseases and circulation and such. So certainly it is better for health. But of course, if people go to suicide because they don't have any money and they end up unemployed because the coal industry shut down, they will probably be very good for health. So, and for the issue of climate change, when I'm thinking about the climate change, the Bible talks about how the last days there will be earthquakes and natural disasters and so on, famines and pestilences and things like that. And when the revelation comes that Satan will rule for 1,000 years, the world will get hotter, the sun will get hotter and fry people up. So, anyways, whatever Barack Obama thinks, I think, or anybody else thinks, what man does and doesn't do, the climate will change. The natural disasters will come worse and worse, like in the Bible says, before Jesus comes. So if there is a climate change, now it's from God, because everything is going to the book of Revelation and rapture of change and such, but things will get worse and worse. No matter if there will be zero pollution of the carbon dioxide and other things like that, the world will go still to hotter and hotter place, and the climate will change and there will be more the natural disasters of every kind, even earthquakes, where nobody can do affect in any way. So I don't think that they can do by the Clean Energy Act or something what it's called. They can do that there's no so much pollution, or better than breathing and such. And there is one interesting question, what about oil? If America could escape using so much oil, they will not be so much dependent on Arabic states to get oil, and will be more self-sufficient. That would be good, because Arabs and USA, it's Mortal Kombat, fatality and such. So flawless victories and so on, and combat. Yes, because that will be good if they can change oil to something else. So not when there are big fights. from oil. But I think that Barack Obama's bill about changing the renewable energy sources is a total waste of time because I think that coal industry it will cause unemployment. It will drive to USA economy to regression because of no cheap electricity and unemployment and such on the industry. So I think it's harming a lot more people than helping. So I think give it Barack Obama's climate change and combat thumbs down. Fatality. Thank you for watching Mr. Wyman. The real conference superhero from Finland.